Okay, everybody's thrown something up about this. Even my own girlfriend, Date Your Girl 30, threw up something a little short about this. Here's my own, I'm gonna say 5 cents instead of two. Here's my own 5 cents on this. When you look closer at the relationship between KeKe Palmer and Darius Jackson, you can find a whole lot of problems with this. First off, number one, KeKe should have never took this guy on to begin with. This guy really didn't have anything going for himself. And on top of that, and this came out after KeKe got pregnant by this guy, turns out there was another woman that was already pregnant by this same dude, Darius Jackson. This same guy, as it turns out. Then they have the baby, and they're not even together really. They're not married. They're not even living together. Did the whole situation with the Usher thing, which I won't show here because you know how funny YouTube can be. But, and it's easily found, by the way. Basically, she came in with a one-piece outfit with a sheer dress over top of it. And let's just say the cakes were hanging. Let's just say they were out there. And he decides to go on social media to blast her about it, basically saying, you shouldn't be wearing this. You're a mom. And, you got people on both sides now in their feelings. You got a lot of dudes taking up for this guy, but then you also have a lot of women talking about, oh, she could do what she want to. She the breadwinner and this and that. And here's how I feel on that. To the guys, if he were really smart, well, first off, he wouldn't have gotten KeKe Palmer pregnant while he got another woman pregnant at the same time. First off. Second off, this whole moral ground about how he wants to raise his family, yet just 2 days earlier, he put up a video of KeKe Palmer in a skin-tight leopard outfit. Basically, once again, it might as well have been painted on because you could actually see the booty cheeks all out there, or the baby cakes, whatever you want to call it, all out there. And he all there talking in the background, and he puts it up on his social media. So, in other words, it's okay if you tape it and this and that. It's not okay if she's out there with another, which, by the way, she was not with Usher. Usher was doing his thing. He was serenading her. She danced with him, like showing him the goods a little bit, but he never made a move on her. And to be honest, she really didn't make a move on him. So, really, this is a non-issue, in my opinion. And I will say this, those that went after KeKe Palmer, you should have the same energy for Ciara. You should have the same energy for Janet Jackson. You should have the same energy for Beyonce. And I like Janet Jackson. I've been a long-time fan of hers. But let's be honest, how many times has she invited dudes up from the stage, especially in the 90s, and be dancing up on them like a lap dance? How many times has she done that? None of you dudes complained then. Or even the women never complained then. Or very few. Or going back to Ciara, half the women that was at that whatever ceremony, I think it was the Oscars or something. If you're not blasting everybody that comes out scantily clad, I gotta look at you sideways. I mean, there is so many red flags with this relationship. It's not even funny. I mean, some minds need to be freed here, for real. Because to me, there's blame on both sides, in my opinion. KeKe Palmer's certainly not blameless, and I don't care who makes more money than who. At the end of the day, as long as everything's taken care of, who cares? Who cares? But that said, there's blame on KeKe Palmer's side, but there's also a lot of blame on this dude's side. I gotta look at him sideways now. I was on his side at first. At first, I was on his side. But the more I look deeper into it, I'm like, no, he's no saint in this either. He ain't. I mean, he's this no-name, high-level dude who lucked into some... you know what? Screw it. I'm going to say it. Get the foghorn ready. He basically some high-yellow dude with no kind of name, that, as far as I know, who just lucked into some rich... Basically. And for him to judge her when his past is not squeaky clean, nah, brah. Nah. Got to look at you sideways. And as for KeKe Palmer, she should have never got naked and got pregnant by this dude in the first place. When she easily, I mean, from what I understand, she's a pretty high-figured woman. I'm talking about financially. She easily could have found somebody like an Usher, for example, that was actually on her level, instead of getting somebody that was beneath her. I don't know. Maybe it's the old Negro thinking of, oh, I can make pretty babies with him. And yeah, I hate to say it, but it's still a thing around the United States, especially in the southern states. I mean, sad to say, it's still a thing. But anyway, she should have chose better. And if he wanted to take moral high ground, maybe he should have conducted himself with more moral high ground, both before getting into this relationship and the way he handled what happened. Because you don't go on social media and blast your significant other like that. You don't do that. That's something that should be handled behind closed doors. That's something I've been considering. Even when I was kind of on his side, I said that. And now I'm more like neutral. I'm like, whoa, there's stuff wrong with both of y'all. So yeah, I just hope the kid is taken care of. The little shorty's taken care of, because this is a messy situation. And dude, if I was you, I would sit down, keep hitting that rip, and call it a day. And while you're at it, take advantage of it and make something of yourself, rather than basically living off of her. And as for KeKe, I just hope the damage don't come out too bad. And if this relationship ends, which from what I understand, they're not even together right now. They're not even together. All I gotta say is, next time, lady, choose better. I know that's thing that's thrown around by red pill dudes, but this is coming from a man that doesn't take the red pill or the blue pill, which I think is stupid philosophy anyway. Lead to the matrix. I would say to her, honey, choose better. Choose your level higher. And if it's because you're afraid of losing control or losing power, or you want to be the one in control, you need to look within yourself and find out, why is it that you want control? Just saying. Because the only reason a woman would choose somebody but not even her level but beneath her level is because they want control of the relationship. They want control of the relationship. And the only reason a man like this would react the way he has is because they want control of the relationship. They want to be able to tell, even though the woman is actually higher standard. But anyway, I'm out.